Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square with T-Square Talks. Hope everybody's having a great day. I got a great video planned out for you guys. It is Thursday morning. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about opportunities that are out there, deals that you can find, and why you can find some of these deals on gold and silver. I ended up getting lucky the other day, and I picked up this 1 kilo bar of silver that you see in front of you. And I got a super awesome deal. I got it actually for $1,000. That's $1 a gram, basically. Already it's up just a little bit. I ended up picking it up a little bit below spot, which was super awesome. And a lot more people are, unfortunately, selling some of their precious metals because the way the economy is right now, the way everything is getting more expensive, and you have opportunities out there if you really look around on them. So if you want, please take a quick minute and comment some of the deals that you have found, if you found any good deals. I love to hear it, and hopefully you're finding some good deals. If you enjoyed today's video, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button for me, and if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And before we get too far into the video, I have to do a quick plug. We are about ready to run our members-only event. So to become a member, it's only $1.99. You can click that join button below, and you have an opportunity to win this for October. This is our October prize. Every month we do a special event with a special prize for one lucky member, and this happens to be a 1987 San Francisco MS69. You can type in this number right here on the NGC app, and it will bring up all the details about this coin, including the price, how many there are, and a lot of good info that is useful. Now, one of the cool things about this, $250. Now, a lot of that is a collectible price. It's not just the silver, it's the limited ability to get these 1987 San Francisco. Now, I always get asked, does it matter if it's 1987? Are they all up there? It's just this one because it is the 1987, but there are some out there that are actually more expensive and some that are less expensive. So if you would like to become a member, it is only $1.99. You can click that join button below, and I really think you'll enjoy it. Plus, your comments go right to my phone. A lot of cool perks being a member. And with that being said, this month we're going to do an awesome office pool, free for members, and a really cool prize at the end. So with that being said, let's jump in and get talking about today's video, the deals that are out there, and essentially if you're looking for them. I said in a previous video that if you have a trade group, it's really beneficial. Because when people need money, they're going to come to you first, or they're going to come to someone in that trade group that they've created. Now, I've talked to a lot of people. I actually got this gentleman right here involved in stacking, and he's been stacking for a little while, and he needed some money. So he offered up a couple of kilos of silver. I'm not normally a fan of big kilo bars, because it's just so big and bulky, and a lot of people can't afford it at $1,000. Well, what's going to happen when silver goes from $32 to $64, and this becomes $2,000 or $4,000 or $5,000? It's only going to go up in price. And, we've been seeing gold and silver go up in price too. I mean, you look at both metals, and you're up over 30% each here just this year. And no signs really of slowing down. A lot of big news fixing to come out that could really shoot up the price of precious metals. We've got the Fed meeting coming not too far away, within 1 week, really. It's next week. So that's going to be super interesting to see how that plays out and what big announcement comes. Because whenever the Fed has their big meeting every year, they give big announcements. What was the big announcement last year? They added 7 new countries to the BRICS, making it a total of 12. Had to think for a minute. And this year, and last year, it wasn't just that they added those 7 countries. It was the fact that the majority of them were OPEC countries. A lot of them were big major oil producers. And once you realize that, you start to see the direction that the BRICS is going. They want to be dominant in the oil, I believe. And a lot of people are wondering, is the new currency that they're going to roll out at some point, maybe this year, maybe not this year, we won't know until next week, is it going to be backed by oil? Is it going to be backed by gold? A lot of people wondering. Now, the big question is, how is that going to affect the dollar? You know, the more people that use the dollar and the more central banks around the world that hold the dollar, it strengthens the dollar. It would be an equivalent to you writing out checks and people not cashing them checks right off because they would just rather hold the check and they know they'll be able to cash it later because the strength of the dollar or the strength of your bank account or your business or whatever the case may be. So if everybody was to hold your checks, you could essentially write out more checks as long as they don't all come back at the same time. And that's kind of what the dollar is. The more people that are holding the dollars and not spending them, less chance of inflation. Now, if everybody starts dumping their dollars at the same time because they all want to be a part of this new currency that's getting rolled out by Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and 7 other countries with, 80 countries that want to join now that have applied to join. Who knows how next week is going to play out? How many countries are they going to allow to join? What is the big announcements that they're going to say? You know, the dollar can only take so much, and eventually it will come crashing down. Now, will it become worthless overnight? Probably not next week, but is it losing value more rapidly each week? Yes. You see that in prices. As the dollar loses value, everything we buy goes up in price. And once you start to realize that, you know, well, man, I better do something, or my currency is losing, my savings account is losing money too fast. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people like to save in precious metals like gold and silver, because they realize that it holds value, it retains value. Now, the reason it's going up is because the dollar is going down. It will still buy you pretty close to the same amount of stuff. And some people out there will make the argument you'll never get rich off gold or silver. You won't even make money. It's just going to retain your purchasing power. But one thing to consider, that once you realize that it's so heavily manipulated and so undervalued that there's a lot of room for it to drastically go a lot higher in compared to other assets. And a good example of that would be if you just looked at the gold-silver ratio. If you had $1,000 and you bought $1,000 worth of gold, and you had $1,000 and you bought $1,000 worth of silver, well, right now you're looking at roughly an 83-to-1 ratio, gold-silver ratio. Once you realize that that gold-silver ratio is coming down, that means that silver is actually rapidly accelerating in price quicker than gold. And once you understand that that's happening, then it gives you the opportunity to position yourself in a financial asset that's actually going to make you a profit. Now, a lot of people will say, you know, that, well, if gold and silver skyrocket to the moon, then the world is going to be a pretty bad place. And to a certain point, it will be. I'm not convinced. You take a look at what Venezuela looked like at the peak of their collapse of currency, and then multiply that by if that happened here in the United States. Now, do I think it would escalate that bad overnight? No. But here's the thing. When currencies eventually lose their value, it happens slow and then rapidly. And you can see that even if you look at the statistics on the Venezuelan Bolivar. You look at the numbers and you've seen the growth, or I should say the drop, accelerate. You know, at first their inflation numbers were just 2%, then 3%, then 4%, then 6%, then 10%, then 15%. Each time, you know, you're seeing it accelerate faster and faster. And the same thing is going to happen with the dollar. There's no currency that is exempt. As long as you have the ability to print more dollars and you are utilizing that, I'll say, privilege of printing, then it really does make the currencies lose value, specifically whatever currencies are being printed. So it's important that you understand this, because when you do, you realize, well, I don't want to be holding fiat currencies. I want to hold silver. Now, here's the thing. Right now, you have a lot of great opportunities out there. With the economy, unfortunately, as hard as it is right now on people that are holding precious metals are selling them. Whether they're selling them in the form of a gold and silver necklace, or they're selling it in some old coins that they've held in their desk drawer for a long time, or they're selling some jewelry that they've had kicking around. Any of those are still gold and silver. It's just in a different form. I picked up some silverware not too long ago. Picking up this type of stuff is going to really position you to be in a good position when it comes down to it. You need to be able to spot some of these deals. One of the key things I always tell people is it's good to know what a lot of the big online dealers are selling for. Specifically, the dealer that you go to. I would challenge everybody tomorrow to take a minute and check out, or today I should say, it's tomorrow for me, but tomorrow, it's today for you watching this. I would challenge you to go and check out some different websites. Go check out websites like first AppMax. See what the prices are on, pick a product and look at what the price is on AppMax. Then look at what the price is on JM Bullion. Then look at what the price is on Provident Metals or Universal Coin and Bullion. And start to look around and see the trend. Once you get a good number, then that's your opportunity to look around for deals in your area. You know, pawn shops. A lot of people will say, you know, pawn shops don't have any opportunity. Now, one of the key things to take from that is, yeah, you're probably not going to get a super awesome deal at a pawn shop. You're definitely not going to get a good deal if you're going to sell it. However, you can find deals. Jewelry stores are infamous for having deals. If you go to the right jewelry store and you just get lucky, someone brought in some coins recently, they might sell them to you at a really good price, especially at first, because they want to gain another long-term customer. If they know you're a stacker, they're going to look for that opportunity to try to gain your business. With that being said, it's not going to be a really long video today. I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about what is going on with the BRICS. And it's not just the BRICS meeting. In just 2.5 weeks, we have another Fed meeting. The question is, are they going to raise interest rates? Or are they going to cut them? Or are they going to remain the same? You know, originally they were saying that they were going to cut interest rates. But here's the thing. I don't entirely know 100% if they will cut interest rates. Things are rough right now. And the economy's not really looking good. Another cut might seem good for a lot of people because it will pump up that bubble a little bit more. But eventually, this bubble is going to burst. And when it does, it's going to hurt a lot of people. I would recommend that you are, and this is not financial advice, it's just my personal opinion, but that you are preparing for what is coming. Times are getting harder. And a lot of stuff could be coming down the pipeline, especially after the election. You know, I'm not going to sit here and get too much into politics, but it could get crazy depending on how things roll out. And once you realize that, you want to be prepared. You want to have food, water, protection, the resources that you need to sustain yourself if things do get ugly. So with that being said, I thank everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you took a quick minute, hit the thumbs up button. And if you would like to become a member, like I said, it's a great opportunity to win a really cool prize to add to your collection. Not many spots are left. As soon as these last spots fill up, we're going to be running the event. So it's important that if you want a spot, you jump in now. We are really close to running it. And no matter what, even if the last couple spots don't get taken, we're still going to run this event regardless. So, and it is going to be done entirely random. It's going to be done live. And there's no way that, you know, for those of you that are new to the channel, there's no way anybody can kind of rig something, I guess you can say. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I thank everybody for watching and hope you have a great day. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Take care, everybody, and have a great night, day. Bye-bye.